Hello, and I'm Swati Young, and welcome to Cracking the AI Code podcast, where we discuss and debate the new technologies in the world of artificial intelligence, like data science and machine learning. I'm sure you all heard the hype about a new AI app every single day, whether it is by Microsoft, Oracle, Amazon, Alibaba. Artificial intelligence is invading our lives, and it's imperative for us to understand what are the skills behind learning these technologies. Because, believe it or not, the jobs of tomorrow depend on AI. Today, I have with me Frank La Vigne, who is an artificial intelligence expert at Microsoft. Welcome, Frank.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming in. So let's start off with your origin story so we understand from your background and schooling what it is that interested you to get into data science and AI.
Right, so origin story, I feel like a comic book character now, you know.
Now wear your Superman
my
hat.
Superman hat. So I started college with the intent of being a chemical engineer. But a schedule conflict, because at the time I was in ROTC and I couldn't make a certain lab, so I took a computer science course. And then I discovered that's what I want to do. And I had a Commodore 64 when I was a kid. And
Very cool.
we didn't have, once my parents bought me that, they were like, I was like, well, I want to get some games for it. And they looked at me like I was crazy. Like, do you realize how much money that thing was? So then my mom said something that I don't think she realized the gravity it had on my 12-year-old brain was, well, why don't you just make your own games? And I was like, yeah, why don't I?
Right, there you go.
And that's what started it. So I guess that's the true kind of origin story. Flash forward to college, when I was looking for college, I wanted to be a chemical engineer because, quote unquote, there was no future in being a software engineer professionally. This is 1991, right?
Yeah, back in the day, my dad was a chemical engineer.
Oh, okay, so you know, like,
that. Yeah.
So I remember when I wanted to switch, and my parents were very much like, I come from a blue collar background and fairly modest beginnings, and they were like, you're not going to college to study something, crazy, basket weaving. Like, you have to go get a real job, doctor, lawyer, or engineer. That was pretty much.
This sounds like India.
Oh, really? So when I kind of broached the subject of, I want to switch my major to computer science, there was a bit of drama about that. So
what attracted you to computer science at that point when it was still very nascent and not too much talk about it?
Right. So what attracted me was the focus that I got. Right. So I was 12. I was writing video games. Right. That's how I got.
That's pretty early.